Here we have the 2021 Liv Intrigue Advanced Pro 29.2. The Intrigue name has been in the Liv family of bikes for a few years, but this is a brand new model and the first Intrigue to have 29-inch wheels. This is a 52.99 full carbon trail bike with 125 millimeters rear travel and 140 millimeter travel fork. And this is a true trail bike, and by that I mean a bike that is going to be every bit as good on the ups as it is on the downs. This bike weighs 29 pounds. We have a full carbon front triangle on this bike, a carbon rocker link, that top link on the suspension, and the rear end is carbon as well. We have a SRAM NX Eagle drivetrain. So Eagle means 12 speeds with 11 to 50 teeth for gear range. We have TRX, Giant TRX 2 wheels on here. That means that it is a carbon rim front and rear with a 30 millimeter internal width. That helps to get us all the performance we would want out of these Maxxis Dissector rear tires. That's set up tubeless, and then out of the 2.5 Maxxis Minion DHF front tire. So a carbon rim on a 52.99 bike is pretty much unheard of until you start looking in the Giant family of bikes. As I mentioned, this is actually a Liv bike. Liv is Giant's ladies brand. This guy doesn't have an equivalent in the Giant program. There is no 125, 140, 29er in the Giant program, but this does share the same design language as what is on the Trance X 29 series of bikes, which is also new for 2021. So in that design language, the Giant Trance X got a flip chip in the rear. This gets a flip chip as well. What that allows for is, with flipping that chip over, you get a 10 millimeter rise or lowering of the bottom bracket height, and along with that a 0.7 degree adjustment to seat angle and head tube angle. Seat angle on this guy ranges from 77 to 77.8 depending on that flip chip, and head tube angle from 65.8 to 66.5 degrees. That really steep seat tube angle is going to position a rider really well to keep a neutral, sort of upright body position on climbs. And then of course that head tube angle, being a little bit slacker, is going to allow for confidence, especially on steep descents and when it gets into some chunky stuff. Rear shock on this bike is a RockShox Deluxe Select Plus. It is an air shock. That red knob is our rebound. That blue lever is a lever to lock the bike out. And speaking of lockouts, I would say that that is something you do not need when you're looking at a Maestro suspension design bike. These bikes are known for pedaling really efficiently, not relying on any of those levers to get efficient pedaling, but they're still quite active on the climbs, which helps to basically give extra traction on climbs. Suspension and brakes do not sort of counteract each other either, so you're not going to be getting any brake jack or any crazy things like that. We have a Giant dropper post on here. We have the Liv Sylvia SL saddle on here, so a nice cupped sort of a shape to that saddle, and a little bit more padding than what was on previous year's Liv models. A nice feature on here is, even though we have a SRAM drivetrain, we do have Shimano 5 Series 4-piston brakes. Those are a really reliable, consistent sort of feel brake. We're big fans of those, and they're a 4-piston brake, as I mentioned. We have really low profile Liv grips on this bike. We have a 760 millimeter wide handlebar on this, 50 millimeter stem. For sizing on this guy, there are only two sizes, and I don't know if that's a global thing or if that's just in Canada, but in this particular model, it's only offered in a small or medium, with small sort of zeroing in at about 5'4", 5'5" as the perfect size, and in the size medium 5'6" to 5'8", that sort of range. This is the Liv Intrigue Advanced Pro 29.2, $52.99 in Canada. We only have a couple of these, and I really don't know if we'll get a chance to see any more in 2021, but hopefully if you're shopping for this bike, this will at least help you understand what this thing looks like and some of the highlight specs. I'm Graham, this is Bike Bros. We love talking bikes, and we love putting people on the bike that is going to put the biggest smile on their face. Thanks for watching.